Hey babes, and welcome back to my channel. It is me, your girl Melissa Renee. I am here with another makeup tutorial. Now, this tutorial is going to be for the beginners, okay? If you are new to makeup, if you are trying to learn how to do a cute everyday makeup look, babe, this video is for you, so stay tuned. Babes, make sure that you like, comment, and share this video, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Because why not? If you are a beauty babe, you're going to want to stay here. So make sure you subscribe and let's jump into this video. Okay, babes, so let's jump right into this makeup, okay? So, of course, before you apply your makeup, you want to use some skincare, right? You want to take care of your skin under your makeup. That's what keeps your skin clear and beautiful, okay? I use Glow Recipe skincare. I think makeup goes on top of that so amazing. Elf also has some really good skincare, so if you're on a budget or whatever, try out Elf. It works really good. I'm going to be going in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is my favorite primer of all time. I really do like the Elf primer as well. This just trumps it for me. So I'm going to go in with some of this and prime my face. Now, my first step after I do my primer is my eyebrows. I always like to get my eyebrows out of the way because for me, they take the longest. Because I don't always do too much with my eyes. I'm more of like natural when I do my makeup. So a primer, like a bronzer or something light like that on my eyes is pretty much all I use. So yeah. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow. This is the Brow Wiz pencil. Now again, I'm going to tell you guys like some drugstore or some stuff you can get from Ulta that's on the cheaper side if you're on a budget. These ColourPop eyebrow pencils are so good. I'm just out. I always do this. Like every time, like, oh no, this one has some. I might use this. But yeah. And so I always like to start by brushing my brows, of course. Now, my hands are a little ashy. Don't mind that. Now you could go in with a brow gel. I don't use these for my eyebrows. I always like to go in with something like this on top after I've already, shaped them and colored them in the way I want them to. I like to go in with some of this because it works better for me. I don't too much like the brow gel stuff. So yeah. Now my eyebrows are kind of thin on the end, if you can see. So I like to take my brow. Now I don't normally do my brows on camera, but I'm gonna try today. Okay. So I like to start at the ends, and I just kind of fill that in. I'm going to shape them the proper, like the exact way that I want them once I use my concealer, because yeah, that works best for me. So I like to start at the end, color that in, and then I like to work my way up to fill in the rest just a little bit. I don't normally line my brows because I literally just got them arched yesterday. So they're kind of perfect right now. So I'm just coloring in where I see my skin basically. Now towards the front right here, we can see that this is a little thinner than the rest of my brow. So I'm just going to draw a slight line here and just fill it in. And then you don't want to press too hard once you get to the front, because you want that to be the lightest part of your brow. So it's like an ombre look. And again, I like to fix any mishaps with my eyebrows once I use my concealer. But that is the gist of how I do my brows. Now I'm going to go and do the other one and I'll be back. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my NARS concealer, and I'm going to take some. You can use like a concealer brush to do this with, depending on, So I'm going to take a little bit of this, and I'm just going to clean up the bottom of my brow and make it nice and sharp at the bottom. I like to start in the middle. Again, I am not used to doing anything with my brows on camera. And we're just going to line that up. This concealer also can work as like a primer for your eyelid when you do your eyeshadow. I can't get my words out. For your eyeshadow, because you need to prime your eyes before you do eyeshadow anyways. It just makes the colors more vibrant, and it makes your eyeshadow last a bit longer. So make sure that you are always priming your eyes before you use eyeshadow, even if it's just with a concealer. And a little trick, put some concealer on your eyelid and then put a little bit of setting powder on top of that before you apply your eyeshadow. See, and we just cleaned it up, made it look really nice. So yeah, I'm going to do that to the other one. I'm also going to do it to the top of my brow. I guess I can just finish this eye and show you how I do this, since this is a beginner makeup look. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to. I see a lot of people that don't put concealer on the top, but I like to. So again, we're just going to carefully line this up. Then I'm going to take my brush and just blend that in. Just pat that into the skin. I got a hair. And just pat that into the skin. And there we go. That is the first brow. Okay, so before I do my eyeshadow, I like to color correct. I'm going to be using this LA Girl Pro Concealer to do that. And I'm just going to take a little bit of it, if it'll come up. Okay. And I just like to place it on top of like my little dark spots that are on my face. It's not coming out. That's too much. And just, that is way too much. We're gonna leave it. It's mainly just my forehead and my chin, because girl, when I tell you, yeah, I pluck my hair on my chin. Mind your business. Anyways, so I have to correct that. And trust me, this is not a lot for my chin. I mean, we're gonna blend this in. But yeah, so I just place just a little bit on the things that I would like to hide under my, that's fine, under my makeup. So yeah, I do that, and then I will go in with that same concealer brush that I use for my brows, and I'm just going to pat that in to the skin slightly. You don't want to rub it, you just kind of want to pat it in. And I'm going to do that for all of them. And then I'm going to take some of this concealer, and I'm just going to place that right on top. So yeah, so when I'm doing my eyeshadow, I'm going to look a little crazy for a moment. but it's all good. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I look a bit crazy right now. I told you I put too much, but it's fine. So moving right along, we're going to be going in with our eye primer. I am using the Makeup by Mario eye primer. Because this is a beginner makeup tutorial, a good eye primer, I don't have any. A good eye, oh yes I do. A good eye primer to start out with would be like the Juvia's Place. It's, oh, you can't even see Juvia's Place on here. Anyways, would be like the Juvia's Place, or again, like I said, using your concealer as an eye base. So anyways, I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm just going to place it on my eyelid. I'm just going to rub that in. And I'm going to go into the powder, just a tad, and I'm just going to press that into my lid. So there's like no creasing or anything like that. Again, you can use a setting powder for this. And I'm going to give you guys my everyday like makeup look that I do. And it's really simple. It's really simple. I'm going to take this L'Oreal bronzer, and I'm just going to take me a blending brush, literally, and I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush, tap the excess off, and I'm literally just going to go in with we're just going to go in with this, and we're just going to blend that out. And this is literally the look. I think people make makeup so much more than it is. Like, it's really simple. Like, it doesn't take much to come up with a beautiful eye look. Like, we don't have to do too much, seriously. And we're just gonna blend that until there's like no harsh lines. If you want to, you can go in with some more, like I am, just here on the ends. It's not, yeah. Now, I don't do wings or anything. I just like to put a thin layer of liner on just so my lashes can have, you know, something to sit on, something above it so you can't see the, what am I talking about? So you can't see the band of the lash or whatever. So I'm just gonna take this. This is gonna be really hard, so I might do this off camera. But I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna start in the middle, and I'm just gonna do a very thin line. Okay, you can do it as thick or as thin as you want. That works for you and your eyes. My eyes are little. Okay, so I'm gonna do a thin line. And even that, I think, is too thick. Ugh. Okay, so after I put on my liner, I like to go in with a little mascara and just coat my lashes before I put on my lashes. And because this is more of like my simple everyday makeup look, I do like to go in with a bigger lash. So I got these off of the TikTok shop and they are so beautiful. And it's a bigger lash. So I'm going to go in with these. Now this I am going to do off camera, okay? Because lashes don't like me when I'm putting them on myself. It is a struggle. Okay, so now we're moving on to foundation. I'm just shaking it up. This is the, what is this? Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. It's on the back. Foundation. This is shade 360. This is really cheap. It's really reasonable and it's super, super good. Okay. I don't know why I don't use this that often, but it's a really, really good foundation. But yeah, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand because I use my hand all the time. So yeah, I'm going to take my my elf foundation brush. If you need brushes, elf is they have fantastic brushes, and also Morphe brushes are really good. Real Techniques. Yeah. So I'm going to go in with this brush. I'm just going to go in, and you should start in the middle of your face, which is your nose, and work your way out with your foundation. And you want to pat it, not rub it. You want to pat the foundation into your skin. Rubbing it will leave you with those streaks in your foundation, and we don't want that. And I also have gotten away from using a beauty blender to blend in my foundation because I think it takes a lot of the product. Like it sucks it in. So you're losing a lot of product by using a beauty blender. That's just my opinion. Like if you like using a beauty blender, girl, do what makes you happy, okay? You don't have to listen to me. That's just my opinion and why I don't use them. And we're just gonna do this all over the face, of course. Now I don't necessarily get all the way up here where I put the color correcting because I'm gonna go in with my what is it called? I just be when I do these videos, my mind just be blank. My contour. I'm gonna be putting my contour up there, and so I don't really focus up there with my foundation. Did I say concealer for something? I feel like concealer just came out of my mouth. But anyways, and you want to bring that why did I just sound like that? You want to bring your foundation down, okay? Because your neck and your face have to match. I cannot stress that enough. I say that in every video because it's like so important. You got to get that double chin so they blend together. And yeah, did we see this foundation? Is it not everything? And for the price point, come on. I actually need to go get me another bottle because I think this one is almost out. Like this is so, and the color match, get out of here. And the thing about these is because they're sold to like, the drugstore, Target, all those places. And at Ulta, you cannot try these. Like you can't, there is no tester, which really sucks, especially if you are new to makeup and you don't know your shade and you don't know what's really going to work for you. Like that's the bad part about it. But it is a really beautiful foundation if we cannot tell. Like this foundation is flawless, okay? So moving on, I'm going to go in with some contour. And I'm going to be using, this is really dirty, the LYS stick. What is this in? I don't know. But so for my beginners, you just want to use a little bit, or you can skip this step and just use bronzer. I'm going to put bronzer on as well, but for contour, you just want to, a little bit goes a long way. A little bit. This just helps shape the face, okay? So I'm just going to put a little line here. And then you want to find that cheekbone and you want to go right up under the cheekbone, okay? So about here. a small little line. That's it. Same thing on the other side. That's it. And that's all I'm going to use in this video because it's a beginner. That's all I'm going to do. And then you're going to take your brush. I like to use one of these flat brushes like this for my what am I saying? Child, I promise you my mind just be going blank. So anyways, you want to start and you want to blend it up. You want to blend up, not down, up, okay? This is supposed to be lifting the face. So blend up. And you are going to just sculpt the face. And it is going to be beautiful. Now, if you don't need the step, honey, skip it. If you are blessed with a beautiful shaped face, my darling, you don't need to do this. Not everyone needs to contour their face. They just don't. And yeah. So anyways, I usually use 2 concealers, but for the sake of this video, I'm only going to use 1. And I'm going to be going in. We're just going to take a little bit and go under my eye. You don't have to use this much. I just like to. And then I'm going to do my chin. And then my forehead. Because my forehead is big, I like to start a little higher than most. Babes, embrace whatever God has given you, okay? We're going to work with whatever we got, okay? Okay? So, yeah. I don't always do my nose. I don't always contour my nose. Actually, I want to put a little bit more on the ends of my eyes. I put too much right there, but it's okay. So we are going to go in with a concealer brush. I like to start with my chin and just pat that in. And we're going to do the same thing for the rest of our face. We're just going to pat that into the skin all over. Okay, so now that we have that blended in, just a couple more steps, y'all, and we're going to be done, okay? I'm going to go in with some blush. Now, my favorite blushes to use are the Juvia's Place blushes, okay? I think we're going to go in with Volume 1. This is what it looks like. If you've been here before, you know I use this palette a lot. So yeah, I just skipped a step. Before we go on with the blush, I'm going to go on with my setting powder before my concealer starts to crease. So let's go in with our Huda Beauty setting powder. If you know, you know. Okay, this is literally all I use. So you're going to put a little in the lid. That's like I like to do it. And then just pat the excess on the back of your hand so you're not putting too much on. And first of all, I'm going to make sure that there's no creasing already. Okay, so we're going to go in with our powder and we're just going to press that in. I'm going to do the same thing on my forehead, and everywhere I put the concealer, I'm going to put the powder, okay? Okay, so now we can go in with our blush. I'm going to just dip it into both of the shades and mix them because why not? Tap off the excess, and excuse me, we're just gonna go right on top and we're just gonna blend that in. It's coming on a little too light for me, so I need to go back in. I like a lot of blush, okay? Do not, I say this all the time, do not be afraid to go in with the blush, okay? If it's too much, there are ways to lighten it up, okay? But just put it on. It's beautiful on everyone, on every shade, so use it. And Juvia's Place is definitely for everybody. So yeah, you shouldn't have no problem with being ashy or anything using Juvia's Place blushes. Okay? I like to give myself a big smile so I can get those big old cheeks of mine. Now you may be thinking this is not an everyday look. That's a lot of blush. And honey, one thing I'm gonna do is wear the blush, okay? Yeah. So I'm also going, this is the Juvia's Place. This is the bronzer. This is in deep dark. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of this using that same brush I used. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that, dab it to excess, and I'm just gonna put that right up under that blush. This is the bronzer. I like to look sun-kissed, okay? It is beautiful. So yeah. And you just take a little bit of that. Anybody can do this. This is literally beginner. Like, you just take a little bit of that. Like I said, you don't have to use the contour. You can literally just use the bronzer in the same area that you use the contour in. And yeah, he's not going to be as defined just with the bronzer, but you can literally just use bronzer and it's going to give you a beautiful, like, sun-kissed look. And yeah, I like to go over that with my blush brush. I don't put any more blush on it. I just go over with that because there's obviously still product on there. Okay, so we're going to do a really simple look. I'm just going to go in with this Dose of Colors lip liner to line my lips. And I'm just going to go in with a gloss today. Just keep it really simple and cute. My normal everyday lip combo is definitely a nude lip, like a darker lip liner and a nude lipstick. And I'm going to be going in with the Ulla Hendrickson, what is this? Lip treatment. This is literally, once I bought this, actually I think this came in my FabFitFun box, and I have fallen in love. Okay, do you understand me? I don't use any other lip gloss at all. I love Summer Fridays, but I think that this trumps Summer Fridays. And that is going to be my lip, babes. Our final step to all of this makeup is going to be our setting spray. Okay, so we're just going to take this. Set it, spray it. I like to go in and just pat that into my skin. Okay, babe, so this is the final look. I love it. I think that it is a makeup look for every day. This is literally how I do my makeup all the time. Okay, just a different lip. But yeah, I hope that this helps somebody who is new to makeup, who's trying to learn how to do a everyday makeup look. Yeah, I hope that this was helpful to you. So again, products that I would recommend to you, or product lines that I recommend to you, is Juvia's Place and definitely Elf and Maybelline. This stuff here is great. um so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye babes.